very fine Monday afternoon, everybody. It is indeed our great pleasure to welcome you all to our monthly LinkedIn series. This is the first of 2023. My name is Douglas Ayeko. I'm in the ICT department. We have had very exciting discussions every month here to educate you, our customers, on running your business better. You can access our previous topics on all our socials. Our topic of today is budgeting for love. What an interesting topic. In recent decades, Valentine's Day has ballooned from its origin, setting the expectation that heartfelt notes also be accompanied by chocolates, jewelry, flowers, and a fancy date activity. In 2022, Valentine's Day spending reached $23.9 billion in spending. Can you imagine that? This made it the second highest amount collectively spent in Valentine's history. Admittedly, it's easy to get caught up in social media and advertising buzz. You or your partner might feel as though a lack of effort to celebrate in some reflection of one's own personal worth. If you don't buy each other's diamond, you certainly don't share anything worth bragging about. What a false statement. The bigger the price tag does not mean the deeper the love. But if you fall somewhere in between, it is possible to have a romantic and memorable Valentine's Day without breaking the bank. We have a special guest talking to us about creating budget for special occasions and gifts. Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day has become a widely recognized special day celebrated in many countries worldwide. The special day is mainly celebrated by couples, friends, and family members who exchange gifts and cards to express love and appreciation. It's also a day that can result to miscellaneous expenses coming up, especially if unplanned. At this juncture, it is my absolute pleasure to introduce to you our speaker of the day. Now, Shem Orery Omunga, the credit manager of Springboard Capital Limited. Shem is an accountant by profession, having pursued a bachelor's degree in commerce finance option. He is a CPAK holder, boasting 17 years of experience as an accountant, finance, and credit profession. Nonetheless, he is a family guy and a football fanatic with no preferred team abroad, but locally, Gor Mahia. Just imagine that. He likes traveling and community development engagements. Now, at this point, I'd like to invite you, Shem, to give us your opening remarks. Welcome, Shem. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Douglas, for the introduction. I'm happy to be the guest speaker of this occasion. And I'm happy you said I don't have a preferred team abroad. I used to have, but because of character development, I had to chicken out. And that is why in this topic now, we want to also ensure that we work within our budget during the Valentine so that we equally don't undergo a character development on such a special occasion. Thank you so much. First of all, I want to start by defining what a budget is. A budget in a layman language is an estimate of income and expenditure, which means it is a comparison where you check at the income you have versus what you want to spend it on. And when we discuss about budgeting, the key word here will be constraint. We are constrained in this context, which simply means you don't have what is enough to get everything you need. It's a limitation or a restriction that will limit you to work within a given guideline, in this context financially. So I'm very grateful and I'm ready to tackle any questions. Back to you, Douglas.
So today we are going to have a chit chat with Shem to explain to us more about budgeting for love. And my first question will be, how do you make sure to show love and appreciation for your loved ones without breaking the bank?
Thank you so much, Douglas, for the question. First of all, before I go direct to answer the question, we need to put everything into perspective. We need to know in which context are we operating. You know, when I was growing up, I was aspiring to be a preacher. So I like referring to Bible verses and whatever. So different verses, like for example, the Colossians or even the Ephesians will tell you that husbands should love their wives. And it will equally tell you that wives should submit and respect their husband. So in this context, mostly you'll know that the budget we talk about will lie so much on the boy child side more than the girl child side. So to answer your question, I want to believe that you don't have to spend to show love and affection to your loved ones during such special occasion. And that is why we are here. And some of the reasons how you can make at least the day run successfully without breaking the bank is you should ensure you spend quality time with your loved ones. Yes, you can play games, you can walk around, you can cook together. Such things make the loved ones happy without even you spending a single cent because of that occasion. Number two, you can write some heartfelt notes or letters to your loved ones, tell them something nice to make them feel appreciated, to make them feel special. Then also try to be as creative and innovative as possible. Make use of your talent. If you know how to draw something so nice. Funny, how much are crayons actually? You just draw something so nice to show your affection. Paint, you can also paint, you can sing if you have a nice voice to sing. Will make your loved ones feel appreciated. Then create some good memories. You can do a trip within your budget, or some extent you can do an act of service. Maybe that tomorrow morning, please, you guys, make sure your loved ones just wake up and find you're already prepared the tea and you serve the breakfast on bed. You shall have broken a lot of jinx. Amukiamua, jichoche tu useme leo now, you are the one who wants to wash the blankets. They will feel appreciated. So you can do it in several ways. And you remember that the thought and effort that it is the thought and effort that counts, not the cost of the gift that you spend, the cost you spend or the gift that you give out. That feeling of affection, feeling that you are there for them is enough to make the day successful.
Awesome. At this juncture, I'd like let us all go to the comment section and send some love to our loved ones. You can send emojis, you can send flowers, you can mention their names. If it's a relative, you can mention their name. If it's your spouse, you can mention her name or his name. Let us all do that in the comment section. And as you do that, allow me also ask the second question. How do you prioritize your spending when it comes to gifts and special occasions, especially when dealing with limited funds?
Okay, to tackle that question, first of all, I told you I will kill you with scriptures today. If you go to Matthew chapter 23, verses 4, it will say that they tie up heavy load and put them on men's shoulders, but they themselves are not willing to lift a finger to do them. In a layman's language, is what we normally say, do not act under pressure. Do not strive so much to impress when by the end of the day, you will struggle. So in order of priority, it takes us back to the constraint we talked about. And I want to emphasize that you have to work within your budget. You have to work within what you have. Now, the advice I will give here is that when dealing with limited funds, you should prioritize your spending on such special occasions. Number one, you need to make a budget. And when you want to make a budget, ensure you make a budget that lies within what you have in your pocket. It is always good to ensure that you make a budget prior, because you know what you expect to earn. Like Valentine's, in this case, counts in February. You remember just last month, but when we were on Christmas and people did a lot of shere and our pockets were hurt. In January, we rushed to borrow short loans, mobile. You know, in this current world, the Shylocks and the mobile loans are just phone calls how you borrowed. Now, this month of February, we have school fees and you have those loans you borrowed to survive in January, which you have to pay. And again, the special occasion is there and there is no room for excuse. Now you have to weigh what you have and work within what you have. So number one, make sure you make a budget which fits what you have. Then also prioritize the recipient. you know how much you value your person, you know how much he's worth. So don't be so much in a hurry to say so and so gifted a car, you have to gift her flower. You go buy a flower, give the person, she will appreciate. So work within your budget, then also show for these deals. There are so many promotions from different supermarkets and whatever text messages, you normally see them telling us about promotion. When it comes to spending and finance, my friend, don't let your ego drive you, because the ego will drive you today and you'll boast the way you cannot go for promotion things and whatever. And then tomorrow you start struggling yourself. When there's a promotion or there's an offer where they give at low prices, take advantage of that. And then you go buy at cheap prices. Then again, you be creative enough. Some of these gifts you can do homemade gifts. Yeah, you can. They're normally cheaper. You don't have to import. You don't have to go exotic and whatever. When your pocket is worth giving homemade, they will always appreciate. Just the same way I said, women are to submit and to respect. Whatever you can afford, they will be so submissive and they will respect you for that instead of just letting it go away. Then I also don't feel obligated for what you don't have. Feel free, tell your person the truth, and everything will be fine. Because what we are trying to say is that no matter how much you have, it is good to ensure that you spend this, you at least you make your other half feel special on this occasion. And we want to fix this nation. You see, this thing of these men, I've seen them carrying heavy bags going to Meru. This is where the men's conference is. We want to kill it because we want to make them understand that these days are not about the money, it's just about being with them and making them feel special.
Okay, nice. So a few things stand out for me here. One, we should have a budget. Two, we should prioritize the recipient of the gift or the occasion. Three, we should be creative. Four, we should make good use of the deals that we get from our service providers and the people who offer us different kinds of goods and services out there. Awesome. On to my next question. How do you communicate to our loved ones about budget constraints and still make the occasion special for them?
We all have to agree that it is a very difficult thing to tackle. It's a very difficult communication. Now you want to start saying, yeah, I can't offer you this because of ABCD. But either way, you have to face it the way it comes. It takes us back to the constraint. I like giving some layman example. Like you want to make a call, but your phone doesn't have airtime. Even if you cry, even if you jump from I don't know, 10th whatever, the call will not go unless you put the airtime. I also like giving an example that maybe like where we are, there's a very strong pillar. Even if you are to be told to knock that pillar using your fist, and then you are awarded even around 1 billion shillings, but your capacity is not able to. So you have to do with what you have. So it's a very difficult discussion, but either way, you have to face it the way it is. So what I would advise is, number one, be open and honest. As open and as honest as possible. Explain your financial situation and why you need to be mindful of your spending. Make your other person understand, this is how much I have. For this month, we have ABCD. There are certain things we can't suspend, like eating. You can't say, let's spend Valentine today, then maybe we can postpone eating until maybe 25th, 28th, when we earn a salary. Or clothing, you can't say, let us spend all we have tomorrow on Valentine. Then you walk naked until the end of the month. When you get a salary, you buy clothes. So you have to be open and honest as possible. Share with your person how much you have. Share how much you intend to spend throughout the month. And then you will all agree on what to do. Then also involve your loved ones in planning processes. Don't be a lone ranger that you try to do it by yourself. Make them part of it, make them involved as much as possible. They'll help you. Our people, they normally have a lot of ideas. You realize that there are a lot of ideas they come with that you didn't even know. And amidst all those, also give suggestions or suggest alternatives. Whatever the idea she brings, you can say, maybe we can forgo this and take over this. Also focus on what is important Maybe we talked about priority. Remind your loved ones that the occasion is about celebrating your relationship, not about the amount of money spent, or focus on what is important to you and your loved ones, such as spending time together or making memories. Then plan ahead. The Valentine's has been there, it will still be there. Maybe you might have missed the tomorrow's one, but you can tell your loved one, you can start saving pole pole. You can even buy a piggy bank and drop 20 shillings per day after 365 days, that is 7,000. So you can promise of a better Valentine next time. So those are some of the discussions I would really encourage to communicate with your loved one.
Again, one thing stands out for us. Let's be honest. Let's be open to our spouses and loved ones, and let us plan ahead of time. Awesome. So I think I'll take a few questions that you people are asking on the comment section. Now, one, Dennis is asking, as a parent, what are some of the simple Valentine's Day treats parents can give to their kids?
Thank you so much, Denise, for the question. You see, kids like simple things, maybe. It also depends on the age. You know, there's even an age where something as simple as a lollipop or 5 bob is enough to make your kid happy. You can do some flowers, you can do some cheap dresses for your kids, and they'll feel appreciated.
Thank you. I hope Dennis is okay with that response. Thank you. So another question from the audience, Mike is asking, when in a couple and both of you have bad financial habits and tend to spend a lot on Valentine's, how could you help mitigate this?
As I already said at first, you must be honest. You know, honesty, you just say the word bad. First of all, you have to be honest to your other person and tell them this habit is bad and we need to change. And when you are together, you must have realized that you've been struggling in some instances. Maybe you've been spending, like you spend so big on Christmas, and then we come January, the landlord closed your doors. Tell your partner the truth that we cannot continue like that. You see, perhaps one might feel upset, but by the end of the day, you find a better language to make him understand that that is the only way. Because by the end of the day, if you spend everything and now you cannot cater for the basic need, that is where now that common language, Tachika, normally comes, my friend. Nobody will say that you treated me big on Valentine. So be honest, tell each other the truth. And then, as you say, stop the bad habit, agree that it is bad, and then you stop it together.
Thank you so much for that. Let's continue posting our comments and questions on the comment section. At this point, we realize that technology is becoming a big thing now, and everything is advancing. We are going the technology way. So the question is, how can you leverage technology to manage your budget and spending for special occasions and gifts?
Technology, currently everything is technology. I'm happy that every audience in this occasion is using technology. So we are exposed to technology. So it has helped a lot, and it doesn't have to be so complicated. As simple as an Excel, where you have one side for revenue and one side for expenditure. That is part of the technology. You can use it to at least compare, and you work out the formula for the balances. You realize that by the end of the day or by the end of the month, you have a positive or a negative variance in your account. There are also some personal finance apps like Mint or Personal Capital. Such like apps, they are so helpful and they can be used to manage your personal finances. Then there are also shopping apps, like commonly like Gigi, Jumia. They help you because if you get exposed to them, you can compare the prices and always go for the cheap. And again, they can help you know when there is a promotion. Again, we have some gift registry apps like Zawadi, which can also help you communicate with the family and friends to know which kind of gifts you need in such occasion, and so that there is no duplication. Maybe you have brought something you need, it is brought in bulk, and then something else you needed most is not brought. Such kind of apps. Also, there are also budgeting apps like My Money, where it helps you on how to manage your expenses as per the incomes you have. So those apps we can always use them. So by using technology and apps, you can gain more control over your spending and make sure that you have enough money to make special occasions and gifts and meaningful and memorable without breaking the bank or maybe interfering with your account.
Awesome. Let's all embrace technology during this time and era because everything is going digital. Now, a lot of action is happening on the comment section. I'd like to acknowledge the fact that Caro has sent love. Oscar is also sending love. Thank you so much. The next question is, what advice would you give to someone just starting to budget for the special occasions and gifts?
One of the main advice I'll give someone is start by setting up a realistic budget. A realistic budget is not one that goes beyond the money you have. Just the way I told you, these mobile apps, borrowing and whatever, is just a phone call away. And it has really made us enter into so many temptations. So be so realistic, work with what you have, because by the end of the day, you will pay dearly if you don't work within your budget. So take into account your current financial situation and the cost of the event or gift. So you can also track your spending to see where your money is going and make adjustment as much as possible. In ordinary situation, when we get money, at times you realize that you earn today, then by tomorrow the money is not there. Then you take a paper trying to write one by one, you're trying to imagine where might you have been conned or or maybe robbed, yet you spend the money. So when you also note down your expenses, tomorrow it will help you to at least try to trim down on what was not so necessary. So ensure you always list down, then you always plan ahead the way you had always said. You know Valentine is in February. Even before we tackle Valentine for tomorrow, we know even 14th of 2024, there will be a Valentine. You know in April, there will be Easter. You know in December, there will be Christmas. So when you plan early and you set aside some small money, when that time comes, it doesn't eat up into that one salary you earn for that specific month. So then again, you also prioritize on in order of importance of those things. So every need you have, you can never maybe rank them equally. Then regularly you review and adjust your budget as much as possible, because just the way I started by saying, a budget is an estimate. So an estimate you can adjust as much as possible until it fits your desired spending level. So that is my advice.
Nice, nice. So there's another question here from Jen. How can we impact the community we live with, especially during this Valentine's season or Valentine's Day, even if it's in the smallest way? For example, let's take an example of the Mama Mboga in our various home areas.
How to impact on the society also depends on your stake. But spending time with them, appreciating them for the small things they do, also coming together with them maybe in some cleaning activities like those Mama Mbogas in the market, coming together with them in doing some cleaning activities. If you have some little money, you can buy some cheap stuffs for them, even some sugar and whatever, with them. They would mind more about the stomach than the flowers, you see. So the small things you do will be appreciated and they will impact big. They don't need much. Your time, the little money you have, sharing your time with them, at least also working together with them in their community work, will help them really appreciate you.
A few things stand out for me. One, let's all know what we earn and spend within what we earn. Let's not spend out of our earnings. Two, we should be creative. Let's not rely on other people's creativity during this season so as to make our loved ones feel special. Three, let's work with the offers. I mean, we are Kenyans, we all love offers. Let's work with the offers we are given by the different supermarkets, the different stores, the different malls. Let's work with all that. Four, let's understand and be open to our loved ones. Because of course, they will also understand you with the current situation of the economy. They sure will understand you. Five, let us embrace technology because everything now it's going digital. Let us embrace technology. Thank you so much, Shem, for that deep and impactful discussion we've had. It's quite clear that when it comes to achieving your goals in business and in life, a budget is an undeniably effective way to make it happen. When you have it right, it serves as an inspiring visual reminder of all that you are aiming to accomplish. Now, thank you, Shem. Thank you so much. Now, allow me to say something about Springboard. Here at Springboard Capital, we thrive and ensure to see you go greater heights, both professionally and on a personal level. By being the lending hand to your financial needs at an affordable interest rate. You can find us on our 3 branches, the head office at CPS Center, 3rd floor, Thika Road, Survey, the town branch at Kagen House, mezzanine floor, Harambe Avenue, and the Thika branch at Sawa House, 1st floor. We also have satellite offices in Rongai, Keroka, and Meru. Be sure to visit either of our offices. You will get financial assistance, financial advice, and all that you need when it comes to finances. We also are on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, and YouTube. Our website is www.springboardcapital.co.ke. I would like to send my sincere depths of gratitude to all of you for joining us during this session. Till next month, bye-bye for now. Ciao. Thank you so much.